Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put a butt plug in a butt on a bagel. We're just lousy with butt plugs lately. Greetings, First Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with Evelyn rolling around on the floor.
And it ends with Evelyn rolling around on the floor.
She does other things in between, folks. Like, lots of stuff.
I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember Evelyn has been fighting with one of the Lee brothers. This is Andy Lee. He's been trying to stick Dick Wyatt's award up his butt to regain fighting powers.
It's James Wyatt's award.
Oh. Why did I write Dick Wyatt?
Dick Log is in the other office.
Well, that was a Freudian dick. I remember, even as I was writing it, I was like, am I sure it's Dick Wyatt? Nah, I'm not going to go back and check.
It's funny, yeah.
It's a whole nother minute ago.
that even if they knew that, like, hey, no one's gonna have time to like read all the little nameplates here. Not everyone is named Dick in their in their set decorations.
No, not Dick Wyatt.
But it's
okay,
like, yeah,
I've already forgotten. Who is it again?
James Wyatt.
James Wyatt. There we go.
It's like, they put Deirdre Bobeirdre as a joke. Dick Long presumably as a joke.
Yeah.
So maybe we're missing what James Wyatt is a joke about. Or they're like, no, someone might actually read this. And, like, I need a butt plug,
Right. Yeah. Is there Amanda hugging kissing? All right, so it's James Wyatt.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Wow, that just completely derailed us.
Fantastic.
But yeah, James
let's get our minds out of the gutter for the rest of this minute.
Exactly, right? So yeah, James Wyatt award goes up his butt. Or James, he's trying to stick James Wyatt's award up his butt to regain his fighting powers. Mm-hmm. And Evelyn has been so far successful at keeping that award just out of reach whilst trying to get her own fighting powers back as they roll around on the floor. Joy and Waymond have been offering help from the sidelines, and the last thing Joy shouted was to blow in or on or in.
She says on, actually.
Oh, really? On. Okay. Andy Lee's nose because it would make him make weird noises. And our minute opens with Waymond seconding that, saying, "Trust her, Evelyn. It's really weird." I love this. I love the family helping.
Right.
But before Evelyn can do anything, we hear the battle cry of, who could this be? We got an insert shot of some feet clambering up onto the desk. They have shoes, socks, but no pant leg is seen.
That's right.
Cut to a reaction shot of Evelyn and Andy, and then of Joy and Waymond as they follow this new challenger's trajectory. And then we see that it is the other Lee brother, Officer Brian Lee, sans pants, spread-eagled, and leaping into the air, leaping at us, leaping at you, listener. And it's all out on display for the universe for all the universes to see. Except it's not, because it's been pixelated. Right. But we follow his flight as the camera pans down and we see his landing pad. It is, in fact, the Butt Plug Award, on which he lands with a cinematic boom, which is so cinematic and so epic sounding. I realized you could have this part playing in the background while you were like folding clothes or doing laundry or sticking stuff up your butt, or taxes, right? And if you never looked up to see what was actually happening, you would think this was just like a regular epic fight, which I really love. This part is funny specifically because it takes itself so seriously. This is the like checkmate, my power level is now over 9,000 moment, right? Brian Lee's back is to us as he lands, sending up clouds of rosin. And then he turns to look at us with a battle-hardened master's contempt as he presses his earpiece and does the head flip-up thing. Right.
That is expertly conveyed, Lester. I want to go back though a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So we're running up, and you've missed a very important part. Very, very important. So he is. We get his legs running up on the cubicle, and we see a post-it note that says "Meeting with Amelia at 3 p.m." Underline double exclamation point. So important. Urgently.
The world they have built for us, folks.
Yes.
Like, if you were not looking at Brian Lee's James Wyatt, his pixelated James Wyatt, or if you were looking at it, then you might miss the meeting with Amelia.
Right, exactly. 3 p.m. Double underline.
Do you think she made it, or is this the day and she's out there like across the police tape thinking like, oh, Amelia's going to be mad.
He's so pissed. Yeah, that's a good question. I've lost track of what time in the movie this is because we did have that was very important earlier of like when we're at the bar and all that stuff and looking at the news. But yeah, that's completely gone now.
Yeah. Are they still out there? Have the people dispersed? Are they, is Manila Mel like taking, like testimony or whatever,
Yeah. Because I guess the next time cue we have is that we have to finish this by 6 p.m. I have no idea when this is. Yeah, when the taxes are due. But all right. But to be more serious here a little bit, what do you make of it being pixelated like this?
You know what? I think, like, counterintuitively, I think the pixelation makes it funnier.
Yes.
I think having it be pixelated is like a wink that we are in a movie.
Yeah, right, exactly. It should take you out of it. I think it does take you out of it. Yeah, you're seeing the filmmaker, use their filmmaking powers.
Right.
There's no way to justify that or motivate that within the film. That's not what Evelyn is seeing, right? So it's unusual, very unusual. So we get this is the kind of movie where you can get away with it, I suppose. We're almost an hour and a half into the film, and we're doing this, which we haven't done before. And the movie has done things that are transgressive so far already. Like we have had like butt plugs and weird stuff happening. So like here to another movie that didn't have all that weirdness for an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes in to come in and pixelate something or like bleep it, like bleeping swear words or something like that. You might go, oh, that's odd to start doing that now. But here, this is the first time we've done anything like that, but we accept it, right? It works for us.
Yeah. We've had this same character get beat up by two big rubber dildos.
Right.
And those were not pixelated.
Yes.
And I mean, at first ask, I would be like, well, those weren't real, and Brian Lee's is real, but
right.
I think it's also, I think, no, I totally bought this. I totally took it with everything else as like we're in a cinematic universe now.
Right.
And I mean, like we're gonna see, she kind of gets kicked out of it, and she's in a literal movie theater,
right?
For like a split second. So yeah, I don't like it didn't bother me in the slightest. In fact, I think it added to it. It's like, oh, this is. I remember this got a big laugh in the theater,
right?
And I think this is a piece of the puzzle. Is the pixelation?
Yeah, it's interesting because I wonder if to do the thought experiment, you can make this without pixelation. You could just make sure he's got a shirt that's a couple inches longer or something like that that's hanging over him. Like you could do it. But
have the coy kind of like cinematic what is it in Austin Powers? It's just like yeah, it's just like, honey, like what do we do with these two giant vases? Oh, put them over there by the giant sausage or whatever.
Yeah, we could do that. We could even, it's a PG-13 movie. We could see a little bit of his butt cheek, and that kind of thing. So by doing it this way, I don't know. It's odd. We use this thing that's supposed to distance us and make it feel like, oh, we're protecting your poor little eyes at home. But it does feel more dangerous for some reason. Like it's very clearly that we're meant to imagine that he has an open butthole right there.
Oh, I think we're talking about two different things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about the butthole. I was thinking about the business up front, which is also
about the party in the back.
Yeah. Classic us. No, but no, like for both of them, I think now I know what you're saying. I think the addition of pixelating it makes it like no, like it is there.
It's there.
We're just not going to let you see it. Whereas like if you do the kind of what is that? Like the cinematic hiding of it, like between behind. It's always like the lady has like the hair down over her breasts, or
like in pictures of Eve, yeah.
Exactly, right. Or the man is standing like right behind like a short tree or a bush or whatever, right? You do it that way, and it's almost or like you were saying, like if we had Brian Lee wear like a too long untucked shirt that would cover up like his crotch. It's almost implying like, oh, no, they don't have anything there. That doesn't exist, right? It's like saying that. It's like saying, oh, Adam and Eve don't have private parts. They, anybody in a movie where they're naked but they have something in front of them, it's implying to us that isn't there at all. Whereas when we pixelate it, you can kind of see it, and it's like it's there. We're not letting you see it.
Yeah, and I think that it gives the impression that the people in the room can see it. Because if you are doing the cinematic modesty thing, we might say, oh, well, then Evelyn also can't see it.
Right.
We have
Evelyn
to take extra shots or some dialogue to make her go, oh, or something like that to prove that she can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Evelyn, Joy, Waymond, they can all see Brian Lee's James Wyatt.
Yeah.
And his dick long. There we go.
Yeah, Roger Ebert used to write about the L-shaped bed sheet, which is like in a post-coital scene, like the bed sheet would go up to just the man's waist, but the woman's armpits, and he would kind of rail against it. He was like, "It's so phony. Like this is not it. Like maybe even if it's a movie where we don't show any nudity, like why can't we edit around it or something? So like why does the woman right after sex like she's hiding her own body from the man she just made love to?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, and going all the way back to, like sleeping in separate beds and, and all that stuff on like I Love Lucy and that, right? Where it's like, and then they have a kid and it's like, how'd you get the kid then? We know. But no, this kind of like flies in the face of all that.
Directly into the camera.
Yeah, right into the face. But like it's like no. Like Brian Lee is anatomically correct. But we are censoring it for your precious eyes.
Yeah, there's no mention of the pixelation joke in the script, so I wonder when they decided to do that. I don't think that they decided to do that in post-production. I think that they must have designed him in such a way, on set, because he's spreading his legs as he gets in there, and I don't see what they would have done if they hadn't pixelated it.
The camera angles would have been completely different if they had meant to kind of like coyly hide it and like hide it behind like other stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, seeing all of this, right? So, but yeah, he's finished. He's got it in the butt, and he is about to fight. And seeing this, Evelyn realizes she has no choice and grabs Andy Lee and blows into his mouth. And I love the sound Andy makes here. It sounds exactly like I imagine when your own voice is being forced out of your windpipe, right? It's this weird, like involuntary, like thing.
Right.
And we hear the little ping. Evelyn straightens up and successfully jumps. Back to Brian, who is now on his feet and doing his pre-fight sequence of moves, maybe like Tai Chi, right? You said before this was like for gathering chi, right?
For like focusing the chi inside of you, yes. Yeah, I was looking up a little bit more about that because I had heard that, but when we mentioned it previously, I was like, that's what I've heard. But so this time I did a little more research because in the script it does call this Shaolin, that he is doing Shaolin. He's a Shaolin type fighter, so. Yeah, so I tried to figure out a way to Google this. I was like, why do Shaolin fighters make extra moves? I was trying to figure out how that would be put. So I did say, I saw, yes, why do Shaolin make extra moves or flowery moves, they're called sometimes by Westerners trying to figure this out. But yeah, it is them trying to... in exercise, they strengthen their body by harnessing their own ki, and then in their fights, they're kind of recalling that. So it's part of strength training, and then also using it and focusing it towards their body movements.
Yeah, I can kind of see that happening with Brian Lee here. Just like how, it's almost like as he's moving his arms, he's pushing against not an invisible force, but like his own. Like he's straining his muscles and kind of like moving through an obstacle of his own making. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So it's partially in the training of it, and then partially in fighting. So I saw that this was true in a bunch of different Chinese martial arts. So again, I couldn't possibly deep dive. I guess it would probably take like a lifetime of training in kung fu
dedication.
to really understand this. But there, a lot of the branches of Chinese martial arts I was seeing were about whether it is harnessing your internal ki or harnessing external ki. So that's a big branch within them, within the different arts. And I got kind of in a rabbit hole. I went down the wrong rabbit hole and was looking at like how ki works within sexual practices. So I was like, I'll gladly spend time on this. So I got sidetracked there, but similar ideas.
Was this hole that you went down pixelated at least?
Yeah. But I was reading about Taoist sexual practices, and it's similar. Like, okay, if there is this has just never occurred to me before, that if there is this life force called the ki, then what does that mean when you are interacting literally with somebody else's ki, their life force and their sexuality, et cetera? And that was super interesting. So if you have a minute to read about that. But the idea that like in Taoism, women are allowed and encouraged to have sexual pleasure from sex.
What?
that real
Western civilization, take note.
I wouldn't be surprised even if in China, there are people who are like, no, women.
Oh, that's why it's special. It's like oh,
right. And then I know this is a religious practice. I don't mean to make fun of it so much, but there are some versions of Taoism that promote like men never releasing their ki.
I see.
If we get what I'm saying.
Never spilling their ki upon the ground so the Lord can smite them.
Yes. So somehow to give, focus on women and give them pleasure. Do not spill your own ki onto the floor, etc. So yeah, that's where I spend the most of my research this week. That's right. Yeah. But then Chinese medicine similarly is with these control of ki. So I know it primarily through martial arts because that's how I was exposed to it when I was in judo and aikido and stuff like that. But but that is ki. That's
interesting.
What we're doing here.
Do you think that's why they call him the edgelord?
Yeah, maybe.
He's just got all this pent-up ki. It's just... let it go, my dude.
Let it go. Oh, one more thing. I did see this. Is like the... there is some, sports science and kinesiology and medical science in support of the Shaolin movements and these Kung Fu movements to which practitioners would say is harnessing their ki, but they have done some research to back that up, which is super. I always find that interesting. Like using Western science and then confirming some things within Chinese traditional practices. It was like, oh yes, it's these movements, to the practitioner it's harnessing ki, but like we've backed that up now with medical science about this increasing like blood flow and then harnessing things within your nerves and your muscles and that kind of thing. So a lot of folk science isn't supported by Western science, but something about some of these kung fu practices are actually supported by Western medical science.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, like, who's to say, like, because there is the religious aspect of it, the spiritual, side of it. But even, with Western, magic with a K and all of that stuff. Like, I've had modern pagans and witches tell me. Like give me a very, very kind of like scientific explanation for it, and it's like we know we're not Harry Potter. Like this is actually like backed up.
Yeah. So yeah, and you can't use some of these practices. You can't support with Western science. They're just untestable. But yeah, it's interesting to see where we can with kinesiology, you can like in sports medicine, you can see what's going on in the body and actually find not life energy or ki or spiritualism, you can find things happening in the body.
Yeah, very cool.
Like you can they've done research on like just meditation or prayer and seen like physiological like health benefits for that.
Yeah.
That you can't explain. Western science isn't going to be like, oh, this is clearly they're opening a portal between themselves and God or themselves and the universe, and that's what's going on. But yeah, they can see something going on there with heart rates and blood flow and neural activity.
I heard. Okay, we're getting way off the beaten path, but
okay.
I heard something about the sound you make for M and N being kind of like this universal thing to kind of like hone your focus, and it being because of the kind of like vibrations it makes in your skull when you or and then they looked all over the world, and there's like lots of like in the Judeo-Christian, in Christianity, it's Amen. and then in the others you say namaste and or just like I don't know where this comes from or if I'm stereotyping terribly, but just the like kind of like the type thing, and all of them involve the phonetic of M and or N, and that being like I mean, even when you do it, it's like it, you can feel the vibration in your forehead, and they attribute that as kind of like a centering, grounding thing for focus.
That's super cool. Yeah. Cats can heal bone material by purring.
Oh. Well, damn.
Because they fall down the stairs and then they go in a corner and go.
Well, now now whenever I see a cat purring, I was just like, oh, did you have a little tumble like earlier? Or oh, that is fascinating. Wow. So yeah, they need to jump into the cat universe.
Well, she
heal
does
up all those breaking. Oh well, yeah,
yeah, she is a cat for a little bit.
For like a split second. Yep. But yeah, getting back to these moves that Brian Lee is doing, I love the last bit of this where his right hand goes out and all but one of his fingers are crooked into this like almost like a fist, but his pointer finger is raised, and the way he pushes the hand out, it really does look like it is moving through some unseen force. Maybe like we were talking about, like of his own making. It looks it looks like it's moving through like something slow and thick,
Yes. Yeah. Just very. I wasn't much of a martial artist, but you can when you're doing some of those movements, like you are trying to push through an unseen force. Like part of it is like you're actually trying to like focus and feel like what your body is doing. So you're focusing like this is what my arm is doing as I'm moving there, which then as you're very consciously only moving millimeters forward to be aware of it, it is you do sort of feel the air resistance or some spiritual version of that as you're making those movements.
Yeah.
You know what else though, we Brian Lee, for the first time, is scary here.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've seen him a couple of times. He's not particularly scary in the first fight with the fanny pack, right? Like we do go, uh-oh, here's security guards, but we don't see him as some like particularly, this is the guy amongst these guys who's gonna, be the heavy or anything like that.
Right. This is like back then it's like, oh, now the family's going to get in trouble.
Right. Yeah. And then in the hallway sequence, he's mostly the comic foil who's watching all this. And
right.
Yeah. So him jumping there is this like funny move. And then as soon as he gets that thing in and that great shot of him from behind, as you were saying, turning around and seeming to have this extra spark in his eye, like they're making him as scary as his other movies where he's not in Everything Everywhere, right? Like where he's the stunt guy. So here he's like actually frightening looking. He's got the scars in the right places that make him look like this battle-hardened guy. He's got blood all over him, which is not from him kicking ass. It's from people exploding in front of him because of dildos.
Right. But like our mind does that little leap of just like, oh, he beat up so many people. He's got blood all over him.
So many people. And he's got these scars on him, and the shaved head and everything. But he's actually really frightening here. Yes.
Isn't that funny, folks? It's like the one where he's like fully dressed as a cop or a security guard with a gun and a billy club, and this part where again, sans pants and a thing up his butt, and we're terrified of him. Right. And we cut to Evelyn, who gets to her feet and does a similar kind of like gathering of herself into a fighting stance. The end pose of which looks a lot like you see on some of these posters for the movie with the red background.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it can't be. It wouldn't be the exact one because they would do like an actual photo shoot for that one, right?
Yes. Yeah. They would have that in actual. They don't just screen grab because you'd be moving and looking strange. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, the poster, it's pretty close though, and it's the scar.
The one with
on
the
her,
red clouds in the back and stuff.
Yeah, and her gash on her left temple is here. So this is they're trying to do this pose, but it's not the exact same.
Right.
Her hands are a little bit different.
But we then get a wide shot. They're both standing ready. Evelyn moves first, sort of swimming through the air or moving it aside like a curtain. I really like that. As she advances, Brian kicks. She dodges just in time. Wide shot as he delivers a couple of jabs. Another high kick. They got him doing a lot of high kicks in this sequence. I'm just saying.
It's this thing because she's dodging his kicks, and then the audience, as you're watching it, you want her also to dodge the butt plug, even though that's of no danger whatsoever.
Right.
He's not going to be able to I don't know. Maybe everything's possible. He's not going to be able to forcefully enough hit her with the trophy or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
But you just have this natural aversion to be like, oh, don't touch it, don't touch it,
Yeah,
don't touch
yeah. You have just kind of like the unconscious. So it's like that's a danger zone.
it. Yeah, that's a no-no zone. That's
Yes.
the bathing suit area.
Right. Another angle as he successfully lands a kick into Evelyn's chest, sending her back to crash against this yellow construction shelf. To which Joy and Wayman audibly respond as we cut to them. Right. Back to the wide shot as Brian moves in for the kill, but we cut to an over the shoulder over Evelyn's shoulder as she dodges his jab, and yeah, the hand is still in that pose, like Brian Lee's kind of like finger like pushing out out.
Yeah, that must be some move. There must be some reason for that, and then like not just him feeling the individual energy here. There must be some common Shaolin kung fu type thing where we're just doing that, right?
I think he's trying to hit her with the heel of his hand, right? Rather than, like you would ball your hand into a fist and hit with the knuckles. I think he's trying to hit with like the bottom part of his hand. Yeah. But Evelyn dodges both this and his like backswing as he tries to, hit her with his elbow as he swings his arm back. Then she catches his next jab and flings it away, gathers herself, and puts both hands out, the left one landing on Brian Lee's chest. Quick shot of her feet as they shift position. You sort of get the impression, like, this isn't explained to us at all, but it's going so fast, and we understand that she's like, oh, she's grounded now.
Yeah,
right?
She is has ended up in this crisscross applesauce thing where her left foot is on her right side and her right foot's on her left side, and so she's undoing that here,
right,
and making a little hop.
Yes,
and it's like something that she couldn't do when she's fighting. She can only do this when she has the upper hand in the fight, and then she does it. She's like, yeah. Now it's now she has the high ground, Anakin, right?
Right. Now it's like she's connected to the floor, so he can't like push her, and she can use all of her energy, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then we go back to her hand, and I really like this. It doesn't like draw back from the chest. It sort of tilts up like a garage door opening. So her fingers are still touching him, but the heel and palm of her hand has left the chest, and then it swings back down. So all the force of the blow comes from that. And yeah, we cut as Brian.
And that is like the focusing of all of your power. I don't know. It doesn't call out in the script like what kind of martial art she's doing here, whether it's Shaolin or something else, right? But that's her, harnessing all of her focus. So whether that's ki or just her mental focus, however you want to read it. But then she can, hit with the full power of a fist with only part of her hand. Like they do that in Kill Bill, right? Like the when she is stuck in the what is it? She's buried alive, and she's in this coffin, and she doesn't have enough room to like swing her arm back and do a punch through the top of the coffin, so she can only do it, like basically with 1 inch of space.
Yeah. And yeah, we cut back as Brian Lee flies back to land on his back, and his body sort of accordions in on itself. Looks really painful. But these are the kinds of falls that they taught us how to do, like in stage combat, where it sort of looks like this. He's landing not on his like head or neck, but like his shoulder blades are taking all of the force. But it looks amazing.
I wouldn't be. That's a great way of saying it, accordioning in on itself. I wouldn't be surprised if that both makes it look more painful, but actually it makes it less painful.
Right. It's kind of you're kind of like taking the momentum of your bottom half and kind of using it to like redirect the brunt of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he sells it with his just face of go, whoa!
Yeah, and the sounds he makes.
But of course he's now, got his lower half in the air, and it is just things wangling around. I mean, as we're looking at like the pixelation, I mean, it really does look like he's got some flappy stuff. I don't know what they did on the set.
I don't think they did anything. I think that's just all him. I don't think that's the makeup department.
He's really naked on set?
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's what I mean. Like, so my initial is like, of course they would not do that. They would put him in a body sock or something. Like he doesn't need his to go back to Austin Powers. His twig and berries don't need to be out for this. But yeah, but the pixelation seems to suggest that because we have flesh colored things going all over the place that aren't the trophy. So I don't know. I
think that is exactly why they pixelated it and not why they just completely blocked it from view. Is so that's all natural, au natural. That's him.
I wonder if he's got a prosthetic on or something. Like maybe they thought that they would, you know, do a prosthetic and actually see him, you know, getting Flappy Birded around or whatever, you know, because you know, because something's going on there. But
at this point,
would not be a PG rated movie. That would be an R rated movie. For sure.
But at this point, if you're pixelating it, who's to say? Like, who's going to know? You know, you're going to do all that work and you know, and then pixelate it?
That is a good point. Yeah. I don't know. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong, and they weren't going to pixelate it. They were going to use him and have this prosthesis on him.
Yeah, that'd be like, you know, what was Roger Ebert's argument about like oh, you spend all that money to get Jim Carrey, and then you you know, put him in the Grinch outfit,
put him in the mask, yeah,
and then you pixelate the mask. What are you doing? That'd be like pixelating the Grinch's face. It's like.
Yeah, but I don't know. Now I'm not sure. I learned something about this. You didn't see The Substance, did you? A really gross horror movie from last year.
The Substance? No.
Yeah, The Substance is Demi Moore, and she's an aging actress, and she's still beautiful, but like to us, but she hates her looks now because she's 50, and she takes this this injection, and then she turns into Margaret Qualley, who is like the it girl of the moment, a very beautiful woman. And then it's a horror movie about her, you know, splitting between these two things, these two people. But like, I just read that like Margaret Qualley's breasts were prosthetic in there, and it's like, oh well, that makes perfect sense. But like they're getting so good that it's like, oh wow, I don't know what's real anymore. And because you watch the movie, you're like, oh wow, not only is like that's a beautiful woman, but like stunningly, like extraordinarily beautiful, like a Greek goddess or whatever. And then it's prosthetic. But and then I just something that's been making the news lately is Amanda Seyfried in this movie where she plays the founder of the Shakers, Ann Lee. It's called The Testament of Ann Lee. I haven't seen this movie yet, but it's going around the bounds that she had a prosthetic butthole made for her, and that's what she's been saying. So she's been saying, I had a prosthetic butthole made for me, and people who've even seen the film are like, but we don't see your butthole. So what are you talking about?
All that work in the foam and rubber shop, and it doesn't even make the cut.
Well, that's what I mean. This religious. It's a musical.
It's a musical?
It's a musical historical biopic about her founding the Shakers. And yeah, so she got this butthole made for her, and she was saying that she felt so free. It helped make her feel like she could do anything, I guess. I don't know.
I have so many questions. Keenan, I'm assuming the prosthetic butthole just sort of goes over your regular butthole, right?
Well, not inside of it, sure. It goes over your real one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay, but we're not talking about you can't unless this was made at Acme Inc. You can't make a prosthetic hole. You can make a prosthetic around the hole.
Right,
So are we saying that in this movie, I've already forgotten the title. What is it?
The Testament of Ann Lee.
The Testament of Ann Lee. There is a scene where something goes up her butt.
No.
Okay, because I'm like, but it's okay because it's a prosthetic butthole, and it's like, but it goes over the real butthole. So I'm so confused. Well, even if nothing goes in the Testament of Ann Lee. If we at any point in the movie see her character's butthole and her being like, it's okay, it's a prosthetic. No, it's not.
Why is it not okay?
No, it is okay. But I mean, well, I don't know. It's her call, really.
Yeah, sure.
But her saying it's a prosthetic butthole. No, it's a prosthetic butt that goes over your butt. We're still seeing the hole.
It's not a portable hole. Yes, like Wile E. Coyote. You're right.
Yeah,
Marvin the Martian. Yeah.
I'm saying, you. If we made we got donuts and we got donut holes. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I see. It's the sphincter. Yeah, she had a prosthetic sphincter made for her.
But it. Oh.
Why would I read what she says here?
Okay.
This is in a Yahoo Entertainment real newspaper. Okay. You cannot see my butthole in the film, but I swear there is a prosthetic butthole there. The interviewer asked her why she needed to wear it if it wasn't going to be seen. Just in case, Seyfried replied, before quipping, "Got to get people to the theater." At the end of the movie, I'm standing in front of a burning building with just a merkin. I felt so free, she says.
Okay, I think I understand.
Okay.
So, the end of the movie, she's in like a nude scene.
I guess so.
And what she's actually she's actually wearing something over her like swimsuit area that is flesh colored. But just in case, like, you know, the angle is weird or she moves or whatever, they
made her anatomically correct.
They've taken like a little makeup pencil and did a little dot.
Oh, I don't know. She says it. No, she's saying it's more than that. It's prosthetic. So
gotcha.
She says it would look real in case.
Okay. So it's like a thong bikini with a little rubber balloon knot on it.
And I know we would all like to see it, but I don't know if they're going to. I did, when I heard this story last week, I did, try to Google, like, Amanda Seyfried butthole, but, that just gets you into all sorts of... Because she is a gorgeous woman, and I'm sure that there are people out there who have made,
sure.
Photoshop versions of this already. Or whatever, but yeah. But anyways, that's why I'm more suspicious now about Andy Lee's balloon doggy.
There we go.
Right, maybe they had a
balloon joggy, Dottie.
Joggy, no.
Okay. Well, I think the pixelation is enough to where, because we wouldn't be able to tell yay or nay.
There's some flesh-colored pixels moving around.
Yeah. So he's not wearing like a flesh-colored like Ken doll, bikini thing. It's all out, I think.
Well, so then the debate is whether it's real or not. Yes.
Yeah, but no, it made me think of there's a scene in Red Dragon with Ralph Fiennes where he's like naked in half of that movie.
Yeah.
Because he's showing Freddie Lounds, the Great Red Dragon, and the one on his back.
Right.
But then there's the one where he's there's the scene where he's with his date and she has kind of like wandered like out. Like into the yard where she shouldn't be, and he's like watching from the window, and then he clambers up the stairs, and for a second you can see his red dragon. And
you're not going to call that the great?
Well, yeah.
Now you're body shaming. All dragons are great. All dragons are great, listeners.
Yes. Never mind what Revelation says about how big it is or whatever.
How many crowns it has.
Yeah. 7 heads, 10 horns. If you got 7 heads or 10 horns, you need to go, get that checked out. Okay. Anyway, back to this movie. But yeah, we cut. So Andy has just taken that fall. And the rest of his body accordions. And we cut to Joy and Waymond, and Waymond says, "Wow, Mom is really good." And I love Joy's expression here. It's like the camera has caught her between like shock and a laugh, like this unfiltered like expression of like wonder, and like she is impressed by what Mom has done. Like the Mom that she has known all the way up to this point, like would never like do something like this.
Yeah, she wouldn't even be able to look this person in the eye when he doesn't have his pants on. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And then, because that's getting back to, the idea that some of this is in there to clarify, like these asides from Joy and Waymond, right? In the script, we didn't even have anything about blowing in Andy's nose. We just have the stage description saying, like, that's what she's doing in order to get him to scream. So, like, that's something, that we have in this minute where, like, okay, we've added that to make it clear, like, why all of a sudden is she blowing in his nose?
Right, yeah. Because, I mean, like... I guess from, like, without that, you would look, it's like, why is she biting his nose or whatever?
Right. So I think, that one certainly, some of the other ones have argued, like, oh, I don't know if we need Waymond and Joy saying that here or whatever. But that one, I think, like, I don't know how they thought we would get that across. But yeah, it's very helpful to have them say that.
And it also adds to Joy's character of just knowing, like, random weird stuff. Like, where did you pick that up, Joy?
Right.
Like, like I can imagine her... like sitting with Mom and Dad at the table, and it's like, did you know if you blow in somebody's nose, it'll make them make weird noises, and then just being like, and Waymond trying to be supportive. It's like, wow, honey, that's interesting.
Did you learn anything else at school today, or just that? Just that? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that adds to all of it. Yeah. But yeah, we cut back to Evelyn, and she has this smile on her face like she won the fight, and she looks to her right just in time to catch a foot in the face, and this hit does something. It scrambles her signal or something, because for a split second, we see that she has jumped back into the Wong Kar Wai world where she had that pretty dress and she met that Foxy Waymond, and now they're all in the movie theater proper. Remember, they were out like kind of in the lobby with the chandelier and everything, and now they're in the actual like screening place. Waymond is to her right, and is that the Don King manager guy on the left?
Yeah, I went and looked back. Yeah, it's the guy who has a very, very closely shaved head. Yeah, and he's just a funny looking, happy looking guy. But not here when he's getting his popcorn spilled.
No, but it's like typical like find me an actor who looks like, you know, kind of like a big kind of like, you know, self-important, like cartoony manager guy, right?
Yeah, like in the previous one, he's got a cigar. He probably would have a cigar here if they let him have that in the theater. Yeah,
right.
And he'd be turning to everyone, "I can make you a star, kid."
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the force of the blow from our world sends Evelyn crashing into him, and of course he's got popcorn, so it spills all over the place. We actually don't see much of the popcorn explosion. I misremembered because whenever that's why you have popcorn in movies, for it to get spilled, right? That's Chekhov's popcorn. When in a movie has anyone ever had popcorn and it not kind of just, like just, blown up and tumbled all over the place?
Yeah, their popcorn is always spilled to the top no matter how long they've been in the theater. But with Everything Everywhere being such a cheap movie, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of this popcorn bucket is just filled with foam and there's only like an inch of popcorn at the top.
Possibly. Right?
And James Hong has to spit the popcorn back into the container at the end of every take.
But since it's popcorn, he just goes. With the pudding, it's more like nyeh. But no, we cut quickly back to the more important thing, which is Evelyn in our world flying through the air to land in a dusty, rosiny plastic tarp on the floor, and that's where our minute ends. But not the fight. She is down, but not out.
Yeah, she takes this tarp down with her, which is again like. It's not like she's getting hurt by hitting this tarp, but it just feels more violent than it actually is, right?
Right.
It's
so yes, more
the fall is hurt enough, but like the tarp makes it feel like like she's hitting a wall or things are tumbling down. Yeah.
It's more things like kind of like being disturbed and disrupted, like in her as she like hits the wall or the floor or whatever.
Battle damage, rosin.
Yes. So, what did we think of this minute?
Super fun. Yeah, this is one of the biggest laughs that I saw in the theater when I saw it with an audience. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. We got both the Lee brothers. We got them fighting, which is like this is what we wanted to see. From these guys is all their fighting prowess. No, I really like it. I'm still fascinated by like the diegetic reasoning of like the kind of like the half construction stuff going on all around here. Like, but it makes the fight so much better, like with all the, kind of like industrial stuff, around, right?
Right.
Because that's what you do. You fight in like, Batman fights the Joker in a factory, right? Ratigan fights, I almost said Sherlock Holmes. What's his name? Basil of Baker Street in the clock tower, right? Like it's always like, man's industry, and you fighting, and that's the backdrop, Yeah.
Yeah, again, talk about Roger Ebert, who is my favorite film critic, but he would, because he would come up with these little funny things like the L-shaped bed sheet, but he would call them that action scenes happen in a steam and spark factory. There's nothing visibly being built, and there are no workers, but there's machines that are on anyways, and they're just shouting off steam and sparks. Yeah.
And then like that's like the reveal of the monster is through like the smoke clears and then there's like
yeah, something got called OSHA.
Zaps.
Not for the monster, just for the steam shooting out.
That's when the inspectors are there. It's like you want giant xenomorphs? This is how you get giant xenomorphs. They're attracted to this, like moths to a flame. No, I really like it. And I'm excited to see these brothers team up in the next couple of minutes here. But folks, this has been the 80th minute. Can you believe it? Of every minute of everything everywhere all at once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Letterboxd and Instagram at Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free and would mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media helps our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right. What am I going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm gonna take that bucket of popcorn because that is a waste of perfectly good popcorn. Yeah, and I'm going to take it right before, because we're watching it on the screen, right? We're in that movie theater, right? And I'm going to take it right before the hit lands, so that our Don King guy does not spill it everywhere. And then when that's all over, I'll give it back to him. But there will be some popcorn missing.
That's the popcorn tax.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kids probably don't say this anymore, but you know what the phantom tax is?
The phantom tax?
Phantom, F-A-N-U-M.
The phantom tax? No.
Yeah. It's probably too old. Your students probably don't say it, but it's like if you have a container of fries at lunch, they'll just reach over into your fries and take one and say it's a phantom tax.
What? Well, I've heard like fry tax.
Yeah, or a chicken nugget tax or a popcorn tax or whatever. Yeah, so it's the phantom tax.
Why phantom?
I can't explain these kids. I have no way to tell.
Are you sure they're not just saying phantom?
I don't know.
Because that would make sense. It's like the invisible tax. It's the unspoken tax. It's the phantom tax.
I guess I'll look this. Nope. There was a streamer named Phantom, F-A-N-U-M, and he's the one who popularized the idea.
Interesting.
But again, he's like a 16-year-old, and he's like, I invented taking some of your fries.
Right. Yes.
Lunch.
The phantom tax. Got it. Interesting. I mean, I was going to say, because the Phantom does do kind of a phantom tax in the story. What is it, 2,000 francs? He makes the managers pay him?
Right.
Right. What a sweet gig.
He doesn't use the money, though. He's a fucking troll under there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't. What are you going to spend it on, Phantom? That's where he gets all those capes.
Yeah. Well, I am going to, because presumably we can do pretty much anything you want in this world, right? To do something weird. So I'm going to take these pixels.
Okay.
Off of Andy Lee's bathing suit area. And I'm going to pixelate his scars on his face, so he is repaired. I'm going to repair his battle damage with these pixels.
Interesting. Okay. So you're taking away his scars, and you're giving us scars.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. All right. I see where you're going there. All right. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That if there's a donut and a donut hole, and our movie's about the bagel, then we're the bagel holes.
Oh my God! Now I wouldn't even call that a metal band name. That's like Donnie and Marie or the Carpenters. It's like I love that song. Who's it by? Oh, the Bagel Holes. The Partridge Family. The Bagel Holes.
You said the Brady Holes? All right, let me just Google that on the way out here.
Oh.
Brady Bunch holes.
If you get something, I'm going to be impressed. Okay, and before he can share that image with me, folks, we got to get out of here. 1, 2, 3.